Hello, folks. It is me, Mr. Judge. I know I usually use the presidential AI for my videos. However, it has recently become possible for me to generate audio from my Gemini. So, I thought, why not use this instead to save us all time and I can upload faster? The AI presidents are not gone. You just have to understand that technology is experimental and time-consuming. So, while I will use them from time to time, this is a much faster and easier method. With that out of the way, let's get into today's video.
Who the Eagles playing? I don't give the NFL too much of my attention, but I do support Jalen Hurts. I don't give the NFL too much of my attention, but I do support Jalen Hurts. Who the Eagles playing today? Butter pecan queens and sweet brown sugar, light brown sugar, dark brown sugar, agave queens, the cinnamon queens, the nutmeg queens, the chocolate fudge, the butterscotch queens, the walnut queens, the pistachio queens, the Brazil queens, African vanilla queens, African pina colada, African lemonade queens, the all-natural hair queens. Where the all-natural hair queens at? Where the all-natural hair queens at? Where are the all-natural hair queens at? Nutmeg, cinnamon queens, that almond butter queen, that shea butter queen, that cocoa butter queen, that caramel butter queen.
Notice how he is doing nothing but being inappropriate, despite claiming he wants to save communities. If he can't be trusted to be respectful and has no shame in objectifying women, how can you trust him to raise an institution, much less run one? He has also said nothing of educational value so far in this video. How many credited educators do you know that begin with talking about women in a sexual manner when making a video? None. Yet, Umar has no problem with it. Do you really want a degenerate like that as your school principal?
Is that another Negro male worrying about my hair? Why is a male worrying about another male's hair, my brother? Here we go again. We need testosterone shots. Lord have mercy. We need testosterone shots. Why is this man worrying about my hair? Men, let me give you some rules on masculinity. Couple rules on masculinity. You don't worry about another man's skin. You don't worry about another man's hair. You don't worry about what another man weighs. You don't worry about how another man smells. You don't worry about a man's cologne. You don't worry about the women that he entertained. Lord have mercy. Stop worrying about the men. Stop worrying about the women that men entertain. Stop worrying about who I entertain. Stop worrying about my life.
Who talks like that in response to a question? I can understand you may not want to chat about your hair. However, you took what could have been ignored and exploded it into a personal attack. That is the response of a child, not the response of a self-respecting man. Mind you, he is nearing 60 years old. That means he never got past acting like a teenager with anger issues in almost 6 decades of life.
My personal life is my personal life. Get out my bedroom. Get out my bedroom, because if you don't stop worrying about my personal life, you little dusty, crusty ninja. If you don't stop worrying about my personal life, you little dusty, crusty ninja. If you don't stop worrying about my personal life, you little dusty, crusty ninja, I'm going to come into your bedroom and take your queen out of your bedroom and bring her into my bedroom. And you know damn well she don't want the Ifa Tunde shakedown. You know damn well your queen don't want the Ifa Tunde shakedown. You know damn well if she get this 6'3" North Philly beard one time, it's a wrap for you, son. Okay? I will give her the Ifa Tunde shakedown. You don't want that. You don't want that. King Kong will crush every cookie. You don't want that. So please mind your business. Please stay out of my bedroom, because you don't want me coming into you. I will take your queen from you. You know she'd rather be with me than you anyway. Let's just keep it a buck.
And he just keeps going and going. What is wrong with Umar Dumb Bar? He could have just said, hey, I don't want to talk about my hair, or just ignored the comment. Instead, he chose to yell, make nonsensical rants, and then become extremely sexual for no reason. That is the behavior of a psycho, not a normal, rational, or even intelligent person. I would never be in the same room with such a person, much less talk to them or give them money.
I love you too, my beautiful sister KJ45. Marijuana. I'm in windy Atlanta, headed to the airport. Got to get back to Philadelphia. It's the Prince. Keep worrying about a man's personal life. Damn. I don't care who another man's sleeping with. And then you got these effeminate men who be asking women what other men do in the bedroom. Why is a man asking a woman what another man does in the bedroom? Asking a woman about a man's size of his... What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? That is spicy. That is zesty. That is anti-masculine. That is extreme feminine. Why is you asking women about another man's sexual behaviors and size? What's going on? Damn. Stop worrying about my Shango stick. Because if you keep worrying about my Shango stick, your queen going to get Shango hit. Stop.
See, it always goes back to him calling other men anti-masculine and then getting on fantasy rant about bedding women. That's all this sick fucker cares about. He doesn't care about communities, he does not want to help children be successful, and he damn sure doesn't want to run a school. He just wants three things: women, money, and hotel rooms. Doesn't care about nothing else.
Not worrying about my Shango stick before your queen end up getting Shango hit. Stop playing with me. I just made it rain. I just called Shango, now it's raining. I just called Shango and now it's drizzling. Atlanta Africans, tell me I ain't got the divinities on my... I just called on the name of Orisha Shango and it started drizzling. And y'all do know Shango controls the rain.
No one controls the rain, you manipulative dickhead. You don't have anything divine about you. The divine doesn't even exist. And even if it did, you would be an example of the demonic side. All you do is trap people with honeyed words for their financial souls. And when you got them, you just use them and then discard them. That would better fit Satan, not Jesus.
Dr. Umar just made it rain in Atlanta. I'm going to say it again. King Kong consciousness, the Prince of Pan-Africanism, just made it rain in Atlanta. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Just wanted to give a special shout out to all my Atlanta Africans. Shout out to my Atlanta, Georgia Africans. I had to breeze through for a quick podcast interview. About to jump on the plane, get back up to Philadelphia, get back down to Wilmington, Delaware, finish these renovations. So shout out to my Atlanta family. I just had to get at my African Georgia family one time.
Oh, so instead of finishing these so-called renovations, you have been wasting your time in other states. It is almost as if you don't want to finish the school. Call me insane, but wouldn't a committed institution builder be too busy to travel or do interviews since they would, be building something? Yet you have all the time in the world. I wonder what that says about your work ethic. Umar Dumb Bar.
I just had to get at my African Georgia family. I will be coming back to Atlanta soon. Just looking for the right place to have the lecture. You feel me? So we looking for a spot that can seat about 500 Africans for my Atlanta family. So if you're here in Atlanta and you know a spot that can seat at least 500, because you know it might be 1,000, could be 2,000, messing with the Prince of Pan-Africanism, I'm just waiting on that spot, brothers and sisters. I'm just waiting on that spot, brothers and sisters.
What? You just said you were going on a plane to get back to Delaware so you can finish that molten piece of shit school. Now you are saying that you're waiting for someone to give you a spot for 500 people or more to hear a lecture? Make up your fucking mind, you liar. You are either going back to Delaware or you're staying in Atlanta. Either way, the school is not opening or being worked on.
So I just wanted to breeze through. It's nice and chilly in Atlanta. I don't recall it really being chilly in Atlanta. A nice fall day. You know what I mean? But we in the building. Make sure you hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Send that check of money order payable to FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware 19809.
No, people, do not, under any circumstances, pay this Jabba the Fat anything. What did he do to earn it? The school is still not happening. He has taken millions from you and given nothing. All you do is help him live to scam another day.
One love, one love.
All right. Let me take the doctor where he's going.
I'm gonna make sure you get my number too.
Yes, sir. Oh my God, man.
This is just sad. They are so excited for a known scammer who does not give a fuck about them at all. The only reason Umar is nice to them right now is due to the fact he needs a lift. He may even give them his number, but once he does, he will not answer them. He will ghost them like everyone else.
Be in the presence of goodness.
Oh man, ask me whatever you want, my brother. I'm good. I love speaking to the family.
Damn, Doc. Man, honestly, with me, I have no question because
This is just painful. Omar tells his driver that he can ask him any questions. Yet we know that is a lie, because anyone who does gets ignored, blocked, and called a coon. And then the driver says he doesn't even have any questions. So the driver is just a groupie. He follows not because he actually believes in Umar and his promises, but due to him being a fan and in love with a made-up character Umar Dumb Bar cultivated.
like,
I got you.
growing up, most of everything you say,
Yes, sir.
that's what I grew up into.
I feel you. I feel you.
I've always thought to myself, like, you know what? I learned my tradition. I need to take care of a family. I need to raise a family.
yes.
My wife, she looked like my mother.
Yes, I feel you. Powerful.
A black woman. I mean,
That's right. That's
I
right.
always tell
That's
myself,
right.
I'm not going to die and leave my.
Your wife looked like your mom, and that's why you married her? Bro, that is just disgusting. Secondly, you can tell Umar did not give a shit about that man's story. He just kept saying, yeah, powerful, and then stared off in the horizon before ending the video before his driver was finished talking. Regardless, that is the end of the video. I am not sure why Umar even bothered to post it, since all he did was sexualize women by calling them food items and then make up some bullshit story about making it rain. Not to mention his threat to borderline rape someone's girlfriend or wife in response to a hair comment. Thank you for all of you who watched this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe.